Hi, welcome to the 300-gallon Tropicorium style Lagoon. We're reaching the 1 year mark, and I'd like to make a quick video here showing you a system and the flow around the tank. We'll start down here with this is, I guess we would call it a sump or an overflow from the upstairs. That comes down here from my 180 here. Got a little quarantine tank over here I built. It's just a plastic container with a bulkhead on it, and a pump down here. Got a couple fish in here that are bad. Some urchins. I think there's some snails in there. Some rock. This is a 1.25 inch. That is 1.5 inch overflow. Everything's all the holes are connected with uniseals. And this one here, you can adjust up and down, and that'll raise and lower the level of the tank. And that's where I have it set. Those two pipes go into here. This is all glued to a 2-inch, and that has a rubber fitting on it, so if I ever have to clean it out, I can snake it out there. I'll never have it. That'll never happen. But anyway, that comes down into the return into the lagoon. And inside the lagoon, we have two 300-gallon-per-hour Coolie Light power heads. You can see the nozzles are pointed opposite of each other. I'll pan out here a little bit. You can see where they sit. And they make a current around the outside of the tank, and it crashes in the middle. And that's why I put the Geary pump, because I had a dead spot in the middle. Even though it makes a real nice current and a nice random current, with the power heads in the return, it needed that a little extra in the middle. Now, if you put 4 power heads into this thing instead of 2, one on, I guess, opposite of each other on the other ellipse, you could do that, or just put a Geary pump in there. It works. Or put a Geary pump on both sides if your plumbing will allow for it. But anyway, how it stands now, we got a pretty decent flow around there. Again, this is on the outside. Let's see if I can get out of these lights. See these star polyps here. Frog spawn. Now, as you get towards the center of the tank, of course, you see less flow. Over here on the far side. So when I start the Geary pump up, I guess we can still straighten the flow over here too. Get a couple of enemies. Move it around a little bit. That's from that. You can see it crashes into some rocks over here. And that one crashes into the wall over here. So when I start up the Geary pump, you're going to get the wave's going to propagate across the whole lagoon. And when it crashes on the other side and on these sides will spin this way. This side will spin this way when I start this up, and we'll see the wave. You can see it propagate all the way across. Of course, the longer it's on, and this is on the W2 setting, the wave pulse. I guess it's short wave, long wave, not the this is standard wave. Anyway, it's on the lowest setting and on the lowest speed. And during the day, I put it on the lowest setting of the random wave, and that makes a much larger wave, but it's on a random pulse all through the day, and that does a real nice simulation of the waves during when the sun is up. And you can see that frog spawn really moving around now. These other ones here in the back here, you see where the wave flips, goes over the top, hits this. I don't know if you can see this elegance down here. If you try it. The movement down there. It's pretty sheltered there in the corner. It does get enough movement, it makes it happy. This one over here was a bit more. Again, get that one right. Now there's approximately, I calculated, there's probably 600 pounds of rock in here right now. I'll show it away from the side. So you can see it over on the other side of the tank, how it propagates over there. What I have is, let's see, 200, 400, yeah, there's about 600 pounds of rock in here, random rock, and 14 40-pound bags of argonite or crushed coral, Carib Sea crushed coral, and that's the filter. And I don't know what else. I got a bunch of fish in here. I'll post what I got. I don't know if it's a better angle of the wave propagating across it, but I would never. You don't need much more than what I got. If you want to go crazy and put them all over the place, I guess you could do that. But everybody's real happy with the way I got it set up, and it's only one pump, and it's one less thing to break. So that's that.